Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ray Strand and welcome to learning all about Restoriix. Thank you for joining this webcast. For those who don't know who I am RX's Chief Medical Officer, and I'm a private family practice physician. I graduated from the University of Colorado Medical School in 1971, and I've been in a private family practice now for over 35 years. I've spent the last 17 years specializing in preventive and nutritional medicine, and I'm excited to share with you RX's newest product, Restoriix. And I hope that you enjoy this. This presentation is being recorded and will be up at the RX website hopefully within the next week. So if you get excited, want to share it with others, this certainly will be available. But what I want to really talk about tonight is to understand toxins from our environment actually build up in our bodies. Now, we have a lot of toxins that come out of industry, cars, automobiles, that pollute not only our air, but are involved in our pesticides, chemical waste. It gets into our food supply and in our water. But all in all, these are things, heavy metals, carbon monoxide, dioxins come from plastic that are heated. All of these tend to accumulate in our body as we breathe the air, as we eat our food, and as we drink our water. So what happens is the body is always in a process of trying to get these toxins and these heavy metals out of our system. So our bodies have a natural detox mechanisms. The greatest detox organ we have is our liver, and it is working to try to get these toxins out of our body. But as we live in this environment and in this world, our bodies generally cannot keep up with the heavy toxic exposure that we have. And so this is something we want to share with you. But as a physician, we know that heavy metals like lead, cadmium, mercury, all of these do collect in various parts of the body. It can collect in our muscles and our bones. We can see it in our respiratory system. One of the key areas that I'm always concerned about as a physician is in our central nervous system. We know that heavy metal toxins are very hard to identify in the brain, in our nerves, but we also know that these heavy metals seem to accumulate in our digestive system. They affect our kidneys and almost every organ in the body. So the body is always in a process of trying to get these heavy metals out. Why is it important to try to get rid of the heavy metals? Well, the reason is all of these heavy metals increase the amount of free radicals you and I produce. That is a key thing to understand, that where we talk about oxidative stress, the dark side of oxygen, we know that there's things that increase the amount of free radicals we produce, and toxins and heavy metals that we get in our air, food, and water is one of the leading causes of increased free radical production in our bodies. And we know, and the medical literature and clinical studies have shown us, that over 100 chronic degenerative diseases are the result of this free radical damage. Diseases like heart disease, cancer, diabetes, Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's dementia, macular degeneration, multiple sclerosis, lupus, and the list goes on and on. So this is not just a minor situation. But what I have found in my patients who are healthy, that providing what I call cellular nutrition is key in allowing the body to detox more effectively. But when I have had patients come in who are suffering from, let's say, Parkinson's disease or Alzheimer's dementia, or a child who has autism, or ADHD or things like that, that heavy metals toxicity can play a role in all of those diseases. So I have known for years that if my patients could afford to go to a detox center, which, they'd have to take 1 to 2 weeks off from work. It would cost $10,000 to $15,000 for 7 to 10 days of this treatment. And then they would, yes, they could get their heavy metals and toxin load down, only to return to their environment and see it build back up again. And all these detox centers want you to return to them at a 6 to 12 months out. So this goes on and on. And even though I knew that my patients would see some improvement in their health if they could afford that, the time and the money to do that, most of my patients couldn't. So I really was limited in what I could offer my patients. But let me tell you, Restoriix is a detox center in a bottle. That's very critical for you to understand. Restoriix has a combination of 2 major natural detoxing agents called zeolite and chlorella. Both of these have been shown to be able to remove toxins and heavy metals from the body. So I look at Restoriix as another tool in my toolbox that I can have my patients go ahead and detox at home by using Restoriix. So I want to share with you tonight why I'm so excited about this new product. First of all, you have to understand that zeolite is a natural product that is actually from the ashes of volcanic ash, and there's a lot of different forms of zeolite. However, what we have found is that the zeolite that RX has chosen to use actually has received 2 separate patents, and it is out of Austria, and it's a patented formula. The 2 patents that it primarily carries is its micronization process that is used to make a highly effective form of zeolite, and I will share a little bit more about that. But it's also received a patent as a medical device in Europe. So is this more expensive? Yes. It's the absolute best zeolite in the world today. I mean, there's zeolite all over, but this one not only has been is pharmaceutical grade, and it's done with a patented process that makes it much more effective. It is really the way RX is approaching all of their products. They're going and they're getting the finest ingredients. They're putting it together in a unique fashion. There is no product in the world today, at least that I'm aware of, that even comes close to Restoriix as a detoxing agent. So let's just look at what this micronization creates. What it does is it spreads out the surface area. It allows it to get a greater surface area, and the honeycomb natural surface of the zeolite actually traps or has the ability to capture heavy metals. Now, zeolite and Restoriix is not absorbed from the GI tract. So when you take zeolite, it is very safe to you because it is not absorbed. It passes through the GI tract, but what happens is because this micronization technique, it just creates a larger surface area to allow it and this honeycomb surface to attract more and more heavy metals and toxins than any other form of zeolite, and it is a patented process, like I said, from Austria. So these little honeycomb structures allow to trap heavy metals and hold on to them and then carry them out of the body. And so it is a wonderful way to lower your heavy metal and your toxic load. And so that is what's so great about this whole aspect. But I want to talk to you a little bit more just about how zeolite works. See, zeolite, and what makes it unique, it has a natural negative charge. So what happens is that since heavy metals actually have a positive charge, all of these heavy metals, it's kind of like a magnet. As the zeolite passes through the GI tract, these heavy metals and toxins that tend to accumulate in the GI tract are attracted, much like a magnet. They get closer together, and boom, all of a sudden, they go into this honeycomb structure and are trapped. Well, obviously, it holds on to it through the GI tract, and it's eliminated from the body. So that is why it's important. So zeolite is one of the very few natural materials that we find that has a negative charge, and heavy metals like cadmium, zinc, lead all have a positive charge, and so it makes it unique, and it is a wonderful detox product. And so again, RX went after not just any zeolite, they went after the most expensive, the most patented, and like I said, one that has been approved in Europe as a medical device. It's very critical that you know that you're getting the absolute best zeolite in the world. Well, RX did not end there. There are additional superfoods that RX has put in Restoriix. Chlorella has been thought by many to be as good a detoxing agent as zeolite. So instead of using either chlorella or zeolite, RX has decided to put chlorella in together. Then other superfoods offer some other unique aspects. Spirulina, the chia seed, chlorophyllin, and ginger root. All are very unique superfoods that not only help in this detox process, but brings a alkalinization process. You know, when you detox the body from these heavy metals, you're going to lower the acidity of the body, and the body's going to become more alkaline. Well, chlorophyllin, the chia seed, spirulina, along with chlorella also add to that. Many people have heard of green drinks and vegetable drinks that alkalinize the body. Why is that important? Well, we know, for example, that our bodies are just too acidic. And so when we go ahead and we actually take Restoriix, the body is going to become more alkaline. Well, you find that your kidneys work better, the liver functions better, the whole body works better. Plus, cancer has a very, very difficult time growing in an alkaline media. So you want your body to be more alkaline. You want it to have less inflammation, and Restoriix is going to offer you a wonderful way to accomplish that goal. Now, the last ingredient you see is activated charcoal. Now, why did they put activated charcoal in? Well, activated charcoal is a great detoxing agent in itself. In fact, as a physician, when we work in the emergency room and someone overdoses with medication, either intentionally or accidentally, the first thing we give these people is charcoal, because charcoal can also bind many of the heavy metals and toxins in the bowel and get it out. Again, charcoal is not absorbed, and it is something that you'll understand is also a great addition. So here you have Restoriix, and it has a lot of medical benefits. And so let's just talk about these individual health benefits if you choose to start Restoriix. First of all, we see it attracts heavy metals and toxins and allows them to be removed from the body. Well, and the thing I love about this is that you can use it for prolonged periods of time because it is absolutely safe. Again, it has an alkalinizing effect on the body. It lowers pH and makes your body more alkaline. And it helps remove other toxins. But here's the key thing. we know that a lot of these toxins, a lot of destruction to the GI tract occurs, and you can get things like leaky gut syndrome. You can start absorbing larger proteins and amino acids, which can set off and actually decrease our immune function. So when you allow the GI tract to heal by using Restoriix, you're going to improve immune function. It also decreases free radical production. Not only does the zeolite and chlorella actually act as an antioxidant, but it also is removing these heavy metals, which is a major cause of increased free radical production that we all face. And that's why when someone comes into my office and is suffering already from a chronic degenerative disease, I know they have increased free radical production and more oxidative stress than my patients who are normal. So using Restoriix in that situation is great. But then what about people who are in good health? Well, what is their goal? They want to protect and maintain their health. And so detoxing the body with Restoriix periodically is a very key aspect to this product and to your health. So let's just talk about how do you use Restoriix. Well, a bottle of Restoriix will give you 28 days or 4 weeks. And so what you'll find is the first thing is, it's not coming up right now, but the first thing, the average treatment is to go ahead and take 1 scoop in either water or juice, and it's best taken about an hour before meals for its best effect. And that is the way we would recommend that you do it. Now, if you're dealing with a serious illness, let's say that you have Parkinson's disease, or you're concerned about cancer, or you're having other issues, it is okay to actually take 1 scoop twice daily. There is no harm, obviously. You can have a greater effect and detox the body quicker, or if you have more toxins and heavy metals, you can take this out. But here's the key. It is best to use it in water or into juice, and in fact I have some of my patients already using this in a green drink. You can buy a green drink in your health food store, which has more and actually tastes fairly pretty good. So you have that choice. Now, it is also safe in children. This is very key because I believe we are going to see some health benefits in children who have autism or who have ADHD or ADD or any kind of illness or that it can be used. Now, if they're younger children, I would say under 60, 70 pounds, maybe 80 pounds, I would just use a half scoop daily in younger children and find something that you would like to mix this with. And I should probably mention at this time that because of the activated charcoal, it's going to turn your drink a little gray. Don't be afraid of that. That's the way it looks. So mixing it in a green drink or something like that, you don't see that grayness if that bothers you, so consider that, or in certain juices. But, it's not that hard to mix in a little drink and take a shot and get it down. But it stays in the GI tract. But here's a key. Because it can attract heavy metals, it can attract, it's got some activated charcoal. We really recommend that you not take take any medication within 2 hours of taking the Restoriix. In other words, if you have to take medication in the morning and at night, then you want to take your Restoriix midday. So 2 hours one side or the other of taking your medication, it's there. And again, you're going to have the best results if you take it about an hour before your meals. Now, one thing that has already been asked, and I've seen these questions come in, could I put Restoriix in Pure Nourish? The answer is yes, you can. Will it be as effective? Probably not, because it's with a food source. It's a food. It's like taking it with your meal. However, If you find that this is the only way you can tolerate or you remember taking it, I think it's fine. Just remember, we primarily recommend that you take it about an hour before meals mixed with water or juice or maybe a green drink. That's there. Now, how long should you use Restoriix? Well, I'll be very honest with you. This is a new product. It's a new tool in my toolbox. I'm going to be getting a lot of experience. I'm doing some special testing with some of my patients using Restoriix, and I hope I can guide you better. But the minimum would be a month. So I would say that if you're in excellent health and to detox and use Restoriix for a month would be a minimal amount. Now, depending on your health situation, your concern, your exposures, you can determine if you want to do 2 or 3 months. You can determine if you want to use 1 scoop a day or maybe 1 scoop twice a day. But the important thing is you can use this for an extended period of time. And you may find certain health situations or challenges, such as an individual who might be taking chemo or radiation therapy or have to be on heavier drugs or has a serious illness. They may want to be more aggressive and take it for a longer period of time. But my general, if you have good health, I would say that I would take Restoriix once 1 to 2 months a year as a minimum. This is something that I find is just part of a healthy lifestyle. So this is very, very key that you consider doing that. Now, I want to also share that when you are using Restoriix, you don't want to use it by itself. I'm a very strong proponent that all my patients, along with a healthy diet, modest exercise, should be providing their body with what I refer to as cellular nutrition. This is providing all the nutrients to the cell at these optimal or advanced levels that have been shown to provide a health benefit in our medical literature. Well, cellular nutrition is provided very well by RX's optimals. They're vitamins and minerals. In fact, these not only meet my criteria for cellular nutrition, they exceed it. You have several more potent antioxidants like grapeseed extract, resveratrol, higher doses of alpha-lipoic acid. All of these are great as far as cellular nutrition. So as a minimum, with your Restoriix, I would recommend at least taking the optimals. Now you can add omega Q, you can add Vanillin, there's no problem. But remember, when you take these nutrients at these optimal or advanced levels, you are nourishing your body like you never have before. And so even though 80% of my patients tolerate taking the optimals, there are some who will go through a detox reaction. Now it's important to understand that when you nourish the body with these micronutrients, the body is more effectively able to detox itself. So it can mobilize the toxins and get that out of and help get that out of the body, not only through the kidneys, but through the GI tract and through the skin. And so some of my patients will actually notice some muscle aching, maybe a mild to moderate headache. They just don't feel as well. And here we tell them, boy, you should you got to get on nutritional supplements, and they go through a little bit of a detox reaction. Well, the reason that's important, those people that have that detox reaction almost need Restoriix more than the average person, because they're usually dealing with maybe the fact that they're on more medication. They may be suffering from chronic fatigue fibromyalgia or another chronic degenerative disease. But remember, you don't want to just take Restoriix by itself. You at least want to be on cellular nutrition. Now, I always, in my talks about oxidative stress, in my book, What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutritional Medicine, I talk about balance is the key. You see, you want to have more antioxidants on board to handle the number of free radicals you produce. Then this allows you to prevent oxidative stress. So that's why when I had told my patients for 23 years that they didn't need nutritional supplements, because I was taught in medical school that all nutritional supplements did was create expensive urine, I had to research the medical literature, and I found that there is no way you can get the amount of antioxidants just from your foods. Now, it is good to eat a healthy diet. You want to be getting, that 6 to 10 servings of fruits and vegetables. You want to be getting in the good fat, decreasing the bad fat, and getting in good protein. I believe in that, but there is no way you can get the number of antioxidants to handle the number of free radicals that you and I are producing in this polluted environment, our stressful lifestyles, and over-medicated society. But I want you to understand that Restoriix is the other side of the coin. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what does Restoriix do? I've taught you tonight that it removes a significant amount of heavy metals and toxins from the body. So now you are going to produce fewer free radicals that need to be neutralized. So in other words, if you have fewer free radicals that you need to neutralize, then it brings balance back. So you're going to, so the nutritional supplements you're taking are going to be more effective in helping you maintain your health. So that's what it's all about. It's the other side of the coin. But remember, here is what I'm excited about as a physician. Restoriix is affordable to all my patients. This is so, can you imagine having to take off 10 to 14 days from your work to go to a detox center and then paying $10,000 to $15,000, which almost no insurance companies cover. And here you can have a detox center in a bottle. Restoriix has put together a combination of not only the zeolite that is patented for them through the micronization process, but also has been patented in Europe as a medical device. But then you have chlorella, chlorophyll, spirulina, chia seed, and you've got activated charcoal. All of these work together synergistically to allow you to remove safely the toxins and these heavy metals from your body. And you can do it for a prolonged period of time if you choose to. So, in other words, instead of going to a detox center, lowering your heavy metal load only to go back to your environment and see it have to build up again, all of a sudden you see that, well, jeepers, now I've got another choice. Well, then you combine it with RX's nutritional supplements, especially the optimals. You could easily add omega Q and/or Vanali to this. This only makes it more effective, gives you a better health benefit. So that's what I'm excited about. That's the Restoriix story. And this is something that you can do safely. Just remember, it is best to use Restoriix, 1 scoop, an hour before any meals, and avoid any medication for 2 hours either before or after taking Restoriix. Excuse me. So that's the story, and I just want to mention everybody that is an RX representative should at least check out my medical membership at healthconceptsint.com/RX and receive your first month free. This is something that is available to you. I, on my website, share my specific RX recommendations for over 100 medical conditions. You must understand that you recommending supplements is not about disease, it's about health. All I am trying to do is bring oxidative stress back under control. I will be, as I get more experience with Restoriix, be guiding you even more in regards to a detox approach using this fine product. But I want you to know that I am very excited about what RX is doing. The number of products they're bringing out and the quality of their products are just exceptional. And I am excited about the Pure Nourish we'll be talking about this in the future, but I just want you to know that share this information with your family, your friends, your loved ones, potential customers. And if you want to hear this again, this has been recorded, and we'll put it up on the RX website here in the next few days. So thank you for joining me. I am not going to have another webcast this month because I would be doing it the week of RX's launch in Anaheim, and so that's where I'll be, and so I will be having another webcast and webinar next month, and we'll be talking about another subject to give you more information how to protect your health and how to use these wonderful products. Thank you again for joining me, and appreciate you taking the time to listen.